Nada.
Tony.
Hi.
Solomon. I feel like I'm doing roll call.
You are doing
Here.
roll call.
Here.
Presents. Present.
Yeah. So I know we have a lot to talk about, so I'm going to get right to it. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
When I talked to you two, I was like, let's have a fun one. Let's just talk about daily topics, what's going on in the world. And so my mom today, because, it's Sunday, she comes over and she cooks and we are cooking, whatever. And she's like, what's tonight's topic about? And I was like, daily topics. She's like, what? I was like, well, things that are happening. She's like what? I'm like a current event. She goes, oh, well, why didn't you just say that? I was like, pretty sure daily topic is current event, Mom.
No.
Like, we're not in 1920.
But daily topics is like something different. She's right. Current event.
A current event is daily topic. It's one and the same.
I think current event. I think about when I was in school.
That's what
Flipping out a newspaper, you
I
gotta
get
talk
what
about it in
she's
front of your
trying
class.
to say.
And I was like, all the things. So then me and the kids were all talking about all the different subjects. And she's like, I don't know why you just didn't say that. And I was like, kind of did.
I love this because literally I love all of the news stories and stuff.
And in my current events going on today.
In my office, everyone's like, what's going on in the news today, Steph? Ask Kathy. I love stuff in the news. I always watch the news.
Yeah, I don't watch the
love
news.
it.
My
I don't
news is
either.
either on Instagram,
Or
TikTok.
So my mom says that.
Facebook.
She'll send us something and she'll, oh, you won't find this on TikTok. But down the street, there was a fire. I'm like, no one cares about down the street. She hates that we don't watch the news and everything we get is social media.
Right. Yeah.
And we try to explain to her that the news is just what they want you to know. And then she watches like Channel 5. She swears by that.
I love Channel 5.
Oh, my God.
My mom has it on Channel 5 all the time.
Is it old people thing?
I don't know, but
I love Channel 5.
It's on all
Do you know
day
why?
long.
Because they, in my opinion, that news station is the most like fun. Like
my mom does say that.
When you go to like Channel 4, Channel 11, all of those, it just seems like so dark sometimes. And Channel 5, they're really upbeat and they have a lot of like fun stuff going on.
Well, see, like when I used to always watch Good Day LA. Like I used to always watch that all the time.
But remember they got rid of that guy on Good Day LA after the hashtag Me Too movement?
Oh, Steve Edwards.
And after they got rid of him, I stopped watching it.
Yeah,
I was like,
because you wanted him on there.
No, because it actually.
I'm so confused.
No,
now.
I did, but it came out that everything that person was saying wasn't even really true. It was
Right.
just that person just jumped on the bandwagon. So I was like, after that, I stopped watching it. But I did like Good Day LA.
Yeah, I used to always watch that, but now it's just like I don't have time to watch the news. Like,
I feel like I got kicked out of my house today.
What the heck?
That is definitely a current event.
Her own house that she
I
pays
did.
for.
That's a daily event.
Yeah, my own house that I paid. So my grandma woke up amazingly happy, like telling me literally, and I'm not saying this. Like she was like, "You're so beautiful." I was like, "Tell me more. Keep going, lady." Like, right? So I help her up. We go to the bathroom. We do our thing. We sit her down. She eats. My nephew's there. My son's there. Like, I don't think Lorraine and Jackie were there yet. My mom, everyone's there, right? And we're all eating, doing our thing. And then she looked a little agitated, so I was helping her get up. And she sits here, and I stand in front of her, and I help her up. Well, as I went to go grab her hands to help her, she was like ready to fight. I'm like, and you could tell, you could already see it. And when she grabs your
tensing
hand,
up.
yeah, give me your hand. She'll grab it, and she's like, yeah. So I'm like, what, grandma? And she's like, get out of here. Get the hell out of here. Go home. Go to your own house. I was like, excuse me, this is my house. You can leave first. And she's like, leave. And my nephew was like, oh, what'd you do? She just was, she
just so happened to have to come to the podcast, so you end up leaving.
She has these but then 2 minutes later, because she has dementia, she doesn't even remember it, right? And so then 2 minutes later, I'm giving her something to eat and she loves me again. But then my niece goes to touch her and she tries to fight my niece. I was like, everybody stay away from grandma today.
Don't nobody touch her.
No, she's in fight mode. And I even looked at her, I was like, why do you choose violence sometimes? And I'm like, well,
she doesn't do it on purpose.
Oh, no.
No.
But I will say this. When she first came to us, we didn't think we were going to have that much longer. And I feel like we've extended her life. And I was like, okay, if she passes, I'm okay with that. We're taking care of her. I've been pretty strong. But the last 3 weeks watching her decline, has messed me up more than I ever thought it would. I don't even want to cry. watching her knowing she's not gonna be there eventually,
Right.
like, and seeing it, I'm just like, I'm not gonna be okay. Like, I thought I would be okay. You guys have heard me
Mhm.
Yeah.
joke. Like, we used to
Yeah.
heard all
I
the
don't even wanna
jokes.
say what you have told
Yeah.
me. I'm like, "This is
But now
horrible."
I'm like, "No, you can't leave me." Like, oh
Right.
my God, now it's seeing it. So now I'm like even more like, so I talked to her like she's never leaving. So like when she kicked me out, I was like,
Mhm.
"This is my house. Go to your house." She tried to take my phone the other day and told me, "You stole my phone. Give it back. Go buy your own." I was like, "Your husband left you money. You can go buy your own phone." And Seth's like, what goes through your head that you have a conversation with your grandma like that?" I was
She ain't gonna remember anyways.
I'm like, "I'm treating her like she's normal." So that is definitely gonna be like this is gonna be a rough year for me, I think, with her because I'm like, "Oh, lady." But there's moments where she's, like, telling me things, and I'm like, "Yes," and then I'm like, "Oh, my bad. Nope."
So when you say decline, is it she's declining or she's just you're just realizing she's never gonna get better? Which is it?
No, she's declining. So, and what I mean by that is my grandma has a nickname. It's called vaga in Spanish. It means like you're always on the go, you're never home, you're out, out, out loud. And even in my house, my grandma has to get up and walk around my house constantly because she has that like
Mhm.
energy, and we all have it. Like just get up and go. Like can't sit still. Now I could see when her mind is telling her to go, but her body's like sit the hell down. So she'll start to get up, and she'll get up and she can't. Like today, all of us like, she got up and tried to walk, and then she just went to go sit down, but she was sitting on nothing because she was walking. So my mom had to run over and get her. My niece and Marianne had already had her. Like, her her knees is giving out. Like, she has less energy. She
Mhm.
sleeps more.
Ugh.
She put herself to bed last night at like 6:30, and she kept trying to go into that room. And I was like, "No, grandma, it's kind of early. Like, wait." So I was like, "Screw it." So we went in the room, laid down, and she was out. And I was like, "Oh my God." Like,
She's getting more and more exhausted.
yes, everything's taken a toll on her. So that's a part of declining is like her body's just not keeping up with her mind.
Right.
Got it.
Even though she has dementia, she doesn't know who we are. Like she still eats really well. And people say when she stops eating is when it'll really get bad. Oh no, we fed her today, and she even like don't touch. Today she fed herself. She was eating my mom's Jello, eating
That's good.
all the stuff, but her physical being is what's
Mm.
is declining. So that's the part I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to that because my grandma's such a strong woman. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why when she tries to fight me, I think
You
it's
take it, you
funny.
embrace it.
Well,
Oh my
I
god.
tell all the guys at work when I walk in one day with the black eye, don't even question.
You know
Just
what
know it is grandma. She caught me on the right
threw a
time.
book at me. Take that book. Whack.
Yeah.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
So, what else is going on? Let's talk about what's going on in the world. We discussed a
Mhm.
few subjects. Who wants to start?
Mhm.
Um,
Don't get quiet now. You
I
guys
know, right?
I
Get
for the
don't I don't
podcast,
like,
it wouldn't
care.
shut
yeah,
you
you
up.
should.
Let's start with Cat Williams.
oh, Mr. Williams. First of all, I will say this about Cat Williams. I did not know he was a genius. I did not know his IQ was what it is.
Mhm.
I didn't know that like 12 years old, he got some type of college scholarship or something
Mhm.
like that. I was like, oh, I just thought you were a comedian this whole time.
Yeah.
They usually do say comedians are usually really, really, really intelligent people.
Mhm.
Well, he is super intelligent. And he went balls out.
Yeah, see, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I know I need to.
Yeah.
I know I need to. I know. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You didn't watch like other than the part she showed you, you didn't
Yeah,
watch like
no. I gotta
oh, he
watch it.
called everybody out. But for some reason, he really don't like Kevin Hart.
No.
Is it because
He
they're the
really
same size?
probably.
He feels like I could
No,
take that one on.
I think the way Cat Williams is I mean, I don't believe every single thing that was in there, you know. I'm sure there's truth to a lot of it and then there's probably some embellishment there. But I think he's just sick of this whole dynamic in the comedy world. There's nobody really governing comedians. So he could say a joke and a comedian could go in and steal his entire set and make money off of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's nobody that really governs it. So
Yeah, because he called out a lot of people for
yeah,
stealing people's
for
jokes.
yes, which happens a lot.
Yeah.
Everybody steals everybody's jokes apparently. That's like a
But
thing.
is there something wrong with that if you make it funnier than somebody else?
I would think so. I mean, you're taking
I don't.
somebody.
Yeah, I
You're
don't know.
taking
I'm asking.
someone's
Somebody's-
intellectual property, in my opinion.
But if
I
but
mean,
that's like somebody who
like,
made a car, but then Lexus came out with a better car. Like,
well, no.
I don't think it's the same as that. You don't
Yeah,
compare it to a
that's
car.
yeah.
God, what's in
I
that
don't. I'm
coffee?
just.
Yeah, I just think
I'm just saying it's a joke, and someone made
he's
it funnier.
what he's trying to say also is he's like, I made myself.
Yeah.
And like he feels like Kevin Hart was put there.
Oh yeah. But for a price too. Remember we were
Yes.
talking about that? Kevin Hart had to give up something. Now I don't know what it was that he gave up, but
Yeah.
that didn't come freely.
Yeah.
Because look at Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker left Hollywood because he refused to give up any more than what he already gave up to be where he's at. And now he does everything on his own.
Right.
And I saw him, and I didn't think he'd be funny. I saw him right before COVID at a show, and he was up there, and his jokes are funny. I mean, a lot cleaner than what they were before, but I was laughing the entire time. But he does talk a lot about Hollywood and walking away from it and not wanting to give in to what they were trying to get him to do. And I was
Wow.
like, are you still alive? Like, are you
Mhm.
like, but look at Dave Chappelle. They try to make him sound like he was crazy when he came out like Cat Williams and not playing the game either.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, is Cat Williams going to be alive next year this time when we're talking, or is he going to commit suicide, quote
And
unquote?
incidentally, he's 3 inches taller than Kevin Hart.
Talking
Did
about the
you
little
really?
things.
Did you really just Google that?
I sure did.
Well, more or less, they're the same height. Like he didn't go after some. Cat Williams is 5. Ooh, he's a half inch taller than me,
Oh wow.
and
I'm 3
Kevin Hart
inches
is 5'2".
taller. 3.5.
Who's little Duvall? Who's only 5'2"?
I don't know.
Some little
He's a-
guy.
Says
He's a comedian.
Someplace that something that people also search for. It said. So
Oh,
yeah.
oh wow. I will say this: I did not know that he adopted 7 kids.
Mm.
And that guy was like, "You're busy, you're this, you're that." I was like, "Yeah, but those kids he adopted probably had worse of a life. Like,
yeah.
who cares? Like, this man
Mhm.
adopted 7 kids. That's awesome."
I
Like,
didn't know it was 7. I thought it was 6.
I don't know.
Thought it was 3 boys and 3 girls, but I could be
Regardless, that's
wrong.
still a lot of kids.
Yeah.
The whole starting 5
Yeah.
right there with one person coming off the bench.
But I look at it this
I didn't know
way.
they were adopted though. I
Yeah,
thought
the
were
guy
just
said
his
that they were
kids.
adopted. But this is how I look at even that. Like, you have 1 kid, okay, 2 kids, okay. By the time you get to 3 kids, what's another like? They're all like at that
Yeah,
point.
your system's already working at that point.
Yeah,
You just add more people to the.
Like,
to
You get
the
a
system.
like,
TV.
what's one more kid? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm worried for him. I feel like he said too much and people are going to come after him.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like 50 Cent would come after him and they'd fight one-on-one. I mean, something's going to happen to him.
You know what I think is so funny about it is in the interview, the guy said to him, "I'm not going to give you alcohol next time because we're not even 5 minutes in and you've already
Oh,
started."
I did see that
And
part.
he was
He's like,
like, "I'm
not
not
even-
fueled by alcohol."
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "I've had less than you.
Well, they
I don't
said
need to drink this."
they
to
should
say
have
what I wanna
started
say."
filming as soon as he walked in.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he walked in, he started going off.
Yeah.
And they weren't even filming. And he said he
Right.
wished you would have.
Yeah.
So somebody or something pissed him off to go full-fledged and just
Yeah.
drop a bunch of names.
Yeah.
Well, apparently someone said something on that guy's podcast.
Shannon
And
Sharps.
yeah,
let's
yeah.
give him credit. Shay Shay.
Shay-
Love Shay
Shay,
Shay.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know him that well, but Brian knows him.
Every man in the world knows him.
Yeah.
No Shay Shay
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, Shannon
and
Sharp.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, he was
Play.
He
a
played
player,
for
right?
the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah, so
And he handled it very well, I thought.
yeah, apparently someone came on his podcast and had basically slandered Cat Williams, which then made Cat Williams go on and go, I'm going to set the record
I was gonna
straight."
say, but Cat Williams, like as a comedian, like he's gonna go like way off on you. Like he was on a talk show host in the morning with some lady, and they were kind of arguing. And the funniest thing I heard is he's like, only one of us have $12 worth of jewelry on. He's like, I could go to the gas station and buy all your jewelry right now.
Damn.
I was like, and then she said something about him going to jail or something. He's like, never been to prison, honey, just jail, 10 arrests, no convictions. Like, he's so quick witted and fast. Like, for someone to slander him, you know he's coming after you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of being a comedian. You got to be quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be quick with the replies.
I heard this thing the other day, Big Boy on the radio. So before he was heavy, when he was
All right, I
heavy-
think
Yeah.
I see what we're talking about. I see what we're-
What?
this was dope. Like,
So who was giving the interview? The Laker guy, though. Oh, I love him. He's a cutie pie. The tall, like, well, that's gonna be.
you can't
down.
say tall.
I know that's what I
The
said.
tall guy.
The
Robert
tall-
Ory or
the-
who?
The tall basketball. No, he has his own podcast.
Oh, Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes was
Matt Barnes,
interviewing him.
that's what it was.
Remember?
Yeah,
All the
And
smoke. Yeah.
Matt Barnes was like, "Is it true?" And he's like, "Oh, brother." He was so heavy that when he got pulled over and got searched at the car and got searched in jail, now he didn't go into he just got arrested. He didn't go into the county or anything. He got bailed out.
Mhm.
He went to a local police station. He went to
He had 2 guns
under his
under
flat.
his back.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
And they never found
they
it.
never found
They
it, but he
never
called
found
his
it.
buddy and he was like, "Hey, I need you to come bail me out. Bail me out right
Now. I can't go to
I
county."
can't go to county." It was literally we're talking like hours and minutes before he was gonna get transferred from
Wherever it was,
whatever
county.
division it was in LA to the county prison
Yeah.
because he knew
They're
if he
like, I'm not
if he was
sticking
going
my
to
hand.
prison, if he was going to jail,
Oh, yeah.
They
Twin
strip
Towers,
search you.
they were gonna strip search
They
him,
would have
and they
lifted
would've-
it and said, "Shake."
and then the guns would have fell out. So his
Yeah.
buddy bailed him out, and then they walked down the street away from the police station, and he was like, well, "What happened?" And he just freaking lifted up his stomach and he pulled the guns. He was like,
And the next day, he got the phone call to
From-
be
from
the
Power
DJ
106.
Power 106.
and then
Yeah.
that's when his life changed. Right.
See,
after
that's a
that.
current event. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's current, but he's told the story. But Matt Barnes called him on it, and you could tell he did not.
They were like, "Whoa."
And you could tell at first he didn't want to tell the story, and then he did.
Yeah, he did.
And I was like this on the phone.
Yeah,
listening
I
to
was
the
too.
whole.
That's
I
a
just watched
great
that.
story.
No, you got to watch it. It was really
It
good.
was really good. But Matt Barnes is a good. I like listening to him when he tells a story, not just because he's cute and sexy, but he's a good spokesperson. Like when he talks, he's really good. So when he was calling him out and asking him, I was like, he ain't gonna tell, and he told the story.
Yep.
I was
Mhm.
like, oh my gosh. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna talk about that you guys are totally being mean to me about, NFL fashion.
Okay, we're
I
talking.
love
Are we talking specifically about NFL fashion?
Well,
We're talking about athletes.
I thought
in
we were talking about
fashion.
NBA fashion.
No, just I think we should talk about sports fashion in general.
Oh, we can,
Any sports team. It doesn't matter if it's NFL, NBA. it
because
doesn't
my thing is, you see Dax Prescott dressed very nice, almost like Peaky Blinders, like
That's that
every-
GQ. The like.
you know what? Don't
yeah.
hate.
I'm saying in
Oh,
general,
okay.
like
Don't-
as
don't-
far as I ain't gonna
okay.
hate on Dak. That's my quarterback.
I know,
That's
but I
my
thought you were gonna make
quarterback.
fun. But then you have Jason Kelsey, who dresses like me every day, sweats and a t-shirt.
Mhm.
But then you get these other guys, and I'm not talking about guys because there's a Simone guy who's in his Simone outfit or the African American guys who are dressed in their. See, there it goes. That's how a gentleman should dress.
And
How
that's
You
how
make
it used.
great
But-
money.
But why?
But look at some of these guys that just dress like dumb, like just dumb.
But they're the reason why I have a difference of opinion is because a lot of these players are fashion influencers.
So you would really wear what some of these guys wear in the tunnel?
I didn't
out in
say
the public.
well, I wouldn't because I'm a woman.
you?
I'm not dressed.
Hell no.
Would you, Solomon?
No, but remember,
No.
women don't wear half the stuff that runway
Yeah.
models wear either.
So
though.
then
It's more of making a flagship statement.
Exactly.
Then
the
I'm
brand
confused on
itself.
what. Okay, so explain to me what a fashion influencer is if you're not going to actually dress like these people.
But they are gonna dress like that out, and that's the thing. They have, as a fashion influencer, these companies go to you and say, "Hey, if you like my line, I'll give you these outfits if you wear them. Wear them in the tunnel. Wear them when you go to the restaurant." And to me, it's smart, especially for NFL players, because NFL players do not have that long.
The average
They
NFL
Yeah.
career is less than 4
their
years.
careers after 5 years, it's very rare for you to extend
But
that.
my point is, if you're a fashion influencer, what you're wearing in that tunnel, they expect somebody to go to the store and buy.
No.
Not necessarily.
So then
Maybe
what
the
is a
brand.
fashion influencer?
They
Okay.
expect them either to go and buy it or to buy something from that line.
brand.
From the
Okay.
From
brand.
that
That's
brand.
exactly it.
Because
That's
some of the
exactly it.
outfits that these guys are wearing, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, are you on drugs?
Yeah, no, no. It's all about bringing. We're living in a different time now. Everybody was very black and white back in the day, and now it's all about expressing yourself. So I think every player has a different way of expressing themselves. What?
I'm just trying to think of a guy. There was a guy who wore this like big orange or big pink something. I'm
Probably
like,
Kyle Kuzma.
how were you? How were
Yeah,
you?
it's probably either Kyle Kuzma or
Yeah,
Dennis
how were
Rodman.
you?
Dennis Rodman was
See,
another
but
guy that.
Dennis Rodman was different. That's who he was
Right.
all the time.
That's who these people are.
No, I don't.
No, you got to look at like Solomon was talking about Kyle Kuzma from the NBA.
Mhm.
This guy, he dresses like insane. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, what the?
But does he
fuck
wear
is
that when he
wearing?
goes to dinner too with his
Yeah,
girlfriend?
oh,
or
yeah.
So he's
yeah.
like Dennis Rodman, who's
Oh,
because Dennis Rodman.
That's
even
what they were
though
comparing him to. at
I
one
don't
point.
agree with, but at least he was always true to who he was on and off the court. Does
Oh
that
yeah,
make
yeah.
sense?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
so some of these guys are doing it like she said. They're getting paid for it, but they wouldn't wear that out like going to their buddy's
No,
bachelor
they do,
party.
though.
No.
Or
They do. I think everybody has like nowadays.
See?
Yeah.
Kyle
See?
Kuzma.
He's gonna wear that to his buddy's bachelor party, his buddy's wedding.
Well, no, not necessarily. But this is getting a lot of press. There's people that are sitting in the hallway waiting for you to come down. And this
Take those pictures.
like I don't know who this designer
like a
is.
fashion
But
walkway.
let's say this designer is Alexander McQueen. He's like, wear my clothes in the tunnel, please. If you like my style, wear my clothes in the tunnel.
Because nobody's gonna go buy that.
Well, no, maybe not. Or maybe they will. Who knows?
Well, then for me,
You don't
if
know
you
that.
go and buy that big pink overstrung, you are a dumbass.
Hey, girls do like wearing
In
oversized
your
sweaters.
opinion,
well,
you're a
that's
dumbass.
different. That's a difference. That's a
Yeah.
girl.
I know. I'm
That's
just
a girl.
teasing.
But no guy, at least no guy that I
I'm
know,
not.
none of my
Yeah.
homies are going to be like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I'd be like, boy, get out of here with your ass. Like, I would laugh at them. Like, no,
Yeah.
that's not. And he could wear it, obviously, because he's in, what is he in? I don't
The
even know.
NBA.
In the NBA.
Mhm.
I stopped watching
James Harden is
NBA
another guy
after
too that
freaking
wears like
Kobe.
funky stuff too.
You guys got to think about it this way. When
Yeah.
you have a girl, let's say you have a really pretty girl who's a size 2, right?
Mhm.
She can go to Goodwill or she can go to Bloomingdale's and she will look good in pretty much anything she puts
You
on.
can go to
You agree?
Marshall's.
So, if this is the same thing with the NBA, you got these guys who are in their mid-20s, they're in the best shape of their lives.
Yep.
They are just like ultra gods with their bodies, like Adonis, and they can wear anything they want and it won't matter because they're rich
Mhm.
and because they're famous. So there you go.
See, and I guess for me, being like, I would never date, like, if I was in my 20s or even now, like, I wouldn't, no, we're not, no, like, I guess money doesn't matter. I would take a guy in some jeans and a white
Yeah.
t-shirt and
Well,
Well,
that's
we take off his
anybody.
just like,
Yeah.
just normal down to earth, like put on a flannel, like,
Right.
like my buddy showed up yesterday at we went to Jay's, the car raffle
Raffle.
thing, and my buddy showed up and he had on like, he's kind of like a rockabilly white guy, you know? And he had on the glasses and the t-shirt and like the pants that come to like here with the Vans. And he was all cool. And then he had these pink checkered Vans on and it like hit the whole thing. But that's him. That's his style. That's what
Yeah, some people can
yeah.
rock it.
And
Like,
and so when he left, my niece Jill was like, that was kind of cool. And I was like, that was really cool. Like his whole style. You know
that's
what I
like
mean?
me trying to do
yeah.
that. I'm like, nah,
Solomon.
Tony,
But
go back
that
home.
last one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What did he do?
No, here, I'll show you.
That was good.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
And
now
they do this
that's
during
cool.
Halloween.
That is
That's-
cool.
that's
See?
fun.
But
That-
you
because it's-
flip flops. That's cool.
Because it's
But
Star
his,
Wars, and
his
I'm-
pink fashion sweater
No,
is
Nerd
no,
alert.
hold on.
Nerd alert.
Yes, yes. This is the thing. For Christmas, I got a Star Wars. It was Yoda and Luke Skywalker, and on the backside was Han Solo. And
Put
Princess
on
Leia.
Travis Kelce.
I am a Star Wars nerd, so anything you do Star Wars is cool.
Yeah.
What did you want me to put on?
I wanted him to show Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce.
And
Oh, let me search.
And it says, like, see, it says Charles would never dress like this. Do you also think that the more outspoken the world comes, the more, like you said, people are showing what did you say? They're showing
They're
their
just showing their
Their personality.
personalities through their
But see,
fashion.
again, like as we're switching to the NBA, back when we were kids, they always had to wear suits and ties, and
Yeah.
they came very professional because, again, professional athlete.
Yes.
That's how I looked at it as a kid.
Yes.
But then there was Allen Iverson who came into the NBA. He's
We
just like,
talking practice?
yeah,
Practice?
came in just jeans and freaking chain, and then like just baggy clothes, and that set the tone for the NBA. And then it just changed, and it
But I
evolved
feel
after
like
that.
that's in society today. Because think about it. When I was in school, because I have to remember you guys are younger than me, we didn't
By a year,
we didn't how old are you again?
I'm not gonna say.
Wow, on the
W
podcast.
I
Wow,
know.
wow.
I'm proud of it. I'm 49. I'm about to be 50.
No,
Shoot,
I'm
you're only
41.
my grandpa
You
told
should
me
have taken that as a compliment. I'm
you're
41.
oh, that's what I thought. I was like, you're only as old as you feel. Well, so we didn't have a lot. So we wanted to look nice. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Everything was ironed, everything was clean, it matched, it was tight, it was cute, like everything. These kids today are in their pajamas going to school. Like, oh my God, do you have
Insane.
no pride? Like
Yeah.
that drives me. And my rule with my kids was it cannot be all black and
Yeah.
it has to be clean or ironed. I will try as hard as I can to let you be you to an extent.
Right.
Thank God my kids weren't wearing pajamas to school, or I see them and it just cringes inside. I feel like we've lost that old school pride of
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. They have in general. Like it's the way society is. You either adapt to the change or you kind of get left behind. That's
I
it.
feel
Yeah.
like I've been left behind.
Oh, you've been way
I feel
behind.
like I you know what's funny is talking about left behind 3 nights ago maybe. It was after New Year's.
Uh-huh.
A few nights ago, I had a dream, and I never ever dream about this person. And I think since he's been dead, I've dreamt about him maybe 5 times. And in this dream, this mofo, he was older, salt and pepper hair, like you right here, the salt and pepper hair. He had his regal, like
Wisdom hairs.
wisdom. So we were in the projects. His car was there, like everything was the same, but we were older.
Mhm.
And he was literally like, because he would call me Lee, because everybody would call me Alina or Lee, and so in my dream he was like, Lee, like have fun, like go on with your life, like do your thing. And I was like, I was so happy he was there. I was trying to get to him and keep touching him, but he was like, do you like? When I woke up, I felt like he was telling me, go live your life. Like, what are you doing? And that morning, I woke up all day and I was like,
Basically, leave San Pedro for a day.
I don't know about that, but I'm like, I don't know about
That's what
that.
I'd be talking about.
But basically, I felt like I woke up in such a happy mood. I wasn't sad. I felt like, oh my God, like like we said, I feel like I've been left behind. You know what I mean? Like I never moved forward. And I felt like he was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, go do it. So I was like, yes, I'm gonna do it. But then later that night, I was like, no, I'm tired.
I'm gonna go to Torrance.
Yeah.
Like, but leaving Pedro is so hard because it was everything growing up. We didn't need to leave Pedro.
Mhm.
Everything and everybody was there, and it was such a cool era. Like,
I left. I came out okay.
yeah, because you're younger.
I didn't leave until
Pedro was cool. Like, and I'm sure every woman, everybody from Wilmington feels the same way. Everybody from
Right,
Harbor
right, right.
City, Lomita,
They take
Long
pride.
Beach. Yeah, it was such a different era. Now people do go and travel everywhere and do everything,
Mhm.
but I am still stuck in that whole I'm stuck in the Peaky
I'm
Blinders
trying.
era.
I'm trying.
I am trying. I left Pedro yesterday. I went to Lakewood. Jay lives in Lakewood,
Okay.
so I went
I
that far.
bet you that was a change for you.
Well, I had
Are you
my
hyperventilating or?
but I had
I gotta go home. I gotta go home. Gotta
I
go
had
home.
my Apple CarPlay on, and my niece is like, "Where are we going?" And we had to go on 2 freeways. I was like,
Oh my god!
God.
Wow.
she's like, "How long is it gonna take to get there?" I was like, "It says 38 minutes."
That's long. That's far.
I live in Lakewood, so I
Oh
know.
my God.
Whenever I go to Pedro, I'm like, oh fuck. I
Mhm.
gotta go to Pedro.
We don't.
I
leave
gotta
the
cross
bridge.
the damn
We
bridge.
don't leave the bridge.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh, I might need to take my passport. We're going.
Jesus.
Is he gonna let me back?
Yeah. Well, and then when we came back, we went through Carson because we stopped at this little Hello Kitty store she likes. So we came this way. So even she was like, which way did we go? Like, where did we come from? So I had explained to her we like basically did a whole circle. But even her was
That's
like,
what happens when you're sheltered.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The next thing I was gonna bring up, my daughter's gonna kill me because she loves this girl. and I just can't. Oh wait, we gotta finish with the NFL thing. Jason Kelsey is my favorite, by the way,
Yeah.
because he is me. Like he dresses in like his sweats, his t-shirt, his
But he
chanclas.
wears nice stuff.
What?
Oh yeah.
Does
Yeah,
he?
he wears really nice suits when he goes out. Really
No, I'm
nice.
talking about the tunnel
Oh.
fashion thing.
Oh,
I'm sure when he's
no.
out with his wife and kids, he dresses very nice.
Yeah.
But he doesn't dress
No,
like
actually
funky.
he doesn't. When there's with his wife and kids, he doesn't dress super nice.
Really?
He only when he's going out does he dress really nice.
Does he go out with his wife? He doesn't seem the type of man that goes out
No,
with his
not
wife.
really.
Yeah. But in the tunnel, he's in his sweats and t-shirt and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell he's like very down to earth. and
Yeah.
very, like he's very humbled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love his
The
I
best
love
one was
him.
when I saw him walking out
Travis
when they were leaving the hotel to the team bus. He was literally in like sweat shorts, a t-shirt, and his Birkenstock, but I call them Jerusalem Cruisers. But like just
Do you think he dresses
I
like
was-
that because he's a heavier guy? That's what he's
no,
comfortable
Look
in?
at all the NFL players. They're especially the O linemen. They're heavy set guys, and they dress really nice. Some of them do, and then there's Jason Kelsey, who's just like he's getting ready to cut the lawn, like
Yes,
Yeah.
I love
dropping
that.
the
He's
kids
so
off at
down-
school.
Yes, he's so down to earth.
Yeah,
Yeah, but his clothes shouldn't define whether he's down to earth because I think Travis Kelsey is very down to earth, but he just dresses nice. I mean, look who he's dating right now.
Oh Lord,
God, that
he
was the
would
girl I
be-
was going to bring up.
He
I can't
would
stand her.
literally look ridiculous if he went out in like a sweatshirt and some baggy jeans and
Not to any man, he wouldn't.
no,
I
but,
right.
but
But
what
look-
I'm trying to say is like he's really down to earth, but he does like fashion as well.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's a good guy. When you hear him and his brother
In
on
the
their
podcast?
podcast,
Yeah,
they are so sweet
Yeah, they're
and
awesome.
they're
I
very
shouldn't
down to
say
earth.
that I can't stand Taylor Swift. That's not true. I can't stand the fans of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, they're
These
ridiculous.
moms that are crying,
Yeah.
daughters are passing out because they can't get tickets, and I'm like, y'all need some Jesus. Like, you put
Yeah.
that much hope and love into Jesus, you might be okay. But
Yeah.
like for me, for her, I liked her music when she first came out because Loran's a total Swiftie.
Mhm.
Jackie and Emery and I make fun of her, and you will not talk bad about Taylor Swift in front of Loran. And I'm like, oh my God.
I'm not really into Taylor Swift's music that much. It's too like I don't know.
Bippity boppity. boop.
Yeah, it's not my. It's, I listen to metal, so that's like far
There
from
was
what I
her
listen
one
to.
song that I had to hear Loran sing, "The Swinging Back Door." I don't know what it was. That's our song.
Wait, sing it again. How?
No, forget it.
Yeah,
Everything on that.
I like some of her songs. Some of her songs are really catchy, but the whole thing I was going to tell you the whole thing about the concert thing. It's just not fair, in my opinion. All of these companies are capitalizing on concert. I used to be able to buy a concert ticket for the price that it was
Yeah.
and go to the concert and sit
Yeah.
front row in the pits. Now I went to Brian bought us tickets to Rammstein.
What's
To-
Rammstein?
Yeah.
It's a metal German metal band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
they
do
sing-
they speak in Spanish?
N-
I mean-
Wow.
In German, not in
Put the
Spanish.
coffee down.
God.
German speaking.
No,
well,
they
the whole time I'm sitting there going, "This was not enough."
they
I should've done
sing
this.
in German
I meant
only.
That's what I meant. My apologies. My
Yeah.
bad. Do they speak in
To my
German?
Mexican American
Yes,
people,
they
I
sing in
apologize
German
on her
only.
behalf.
But
How do
they're
you understand that?
they're because my family's German. My mom's German.
So
My
you speak
grandmother's
German?
I don't speak German,
Well,
but I
then how do you
understand
under-
German.
Okay,
I
Alina, you're
cannot-
getting off tangent. Let her finish her point.
Yeah, I don't speak it because I have an
Alina's
accent,
deleting.
and my mom would make fun of me. And so,
So
same
you
with my grandma.
understand German.
I not everything, but I understand some German. A lot of it, like especially in music,
yeah.
I understand German.
Okay.
But it's just like, and it's so funny with German. Like it sounds like they're yelling at each other. You sound pissed all
Okay,
the time.
tickets. Go.
But anyways, so I used to be able to go to the same concert and be in the pits. And the I think one of the tickets I bought in the pits was like $150 back when I was
Yeah.
probably 20 years old. Now,
Oh, they're
Brian
ridiculous.
paid for, and we were very close, but we weren't in the pits. We were in the seats. And Brian paid, I think, $500 a ticket for me and Josh. And that's fucking so annoying to me
But it's
because Ticketmaster goes and buys up all the tickets, then they put them on their website and they sell them for 10 times what they're worth.
Yeah.
So to me, I understand kids being frustrated not being able to go see Taylor Swift because of these people capitalizing.
So
on
do you
it.
throw your body on the floor?
Yeah,
and-
I'll never understand that.
Yeah, it's not just Taylor Swift. It's any concert today. You cannot
If
go
my kid
Well, it's
threw
not just
herself on the
concerts in
floor
general.
that she
It's
couldn't
like
get
sporting
something, I
events
would
too.
die
any
laughing.
tickets.
Yeah,
Any
it's like sporting
tickets.
events,
You
like the
can't-
Dodgers. Like if
Yeah.
I'm signing Otani. Like
The
I can
tickets
only
are
imagine
insane.
how
Oh,
much
we were
the
saying that.
how
They're going
much
to
the
be
tickets are going to
expensive.
be.
Yeah,
Your
so
beer, your hot
it's
dog is going up.
it's bullshit. Once they and Taylor Swift is mad about it.
And could she do something though? She has to.
They want
because
to.
somebody-
She has a lawsuit.
But I was going to say somebody did something about it. I forgot what performer was like. No.
Youngblood.
Is that who?
So Youngblood is a performer from the UK or something.
Yeah, I like some of their songs.
Well, no, it's just him.
Is it just a guy? It's
Yeah,
not a
it's just
group?
one guy singer.
Okay.
And anyways,
Not the Young Bloods. That's a San Pedro.
yeah,
band.
Young Blood.
That's young crowd.
And anyways, he bought all of his tickets. Did you hear me, Solomon?
I did. I heard you.
He bought every single one of his tickets and sold them for $25 a piece
See?
to his fans.
That's well, but as much as that's awesome, it still sucks because he's not making that much money, right?
Right.
So
Like,
what?
that's
He
right.
he didn't care. He's
Yeah.
like, I have 40 other concerts this
Yeah.
year.
And that's true. That's the part that sucks. But my point is, your kids have to be realistic. If they're not, and they're literally throwing their bodies down because they can't go see Taylor Swift, me personally, there's something wrong with them. Like there's bigger things
Yeah.
in life. If that's what's going to make you cry, there's kids in Africa that are starving. There's
But you
kids
guys
in-
are missing one major point, though. No matter how much they raise these tickets, they still sell out. And
Right.
They
still,
do.
There's
And
people
there's
like
still teenage kids
Yeah.
going there. There are parents who are
Mhm.
buying.
Oh
these
yeah,
tickets.
I
Absolutely.
know people who have bought their kids, and you know what? If they get them at a good price, and if you could afford it and you buy it, by all means, there's no judgment there.
right.
I'm saying the kids that if my kids were like, "Hey, I want to go to the Dodger playoffs game," I'm not buying you $500 seats. My kids are like, "Damn, we tried. We're not."
Yeah.
They're not throwing themselves on the floor, crying and
Yeah.
screaming. Like they know that no is no, and there's worse things
Yeah.
in life.
Yeah.
My sister's kids, they wanted to go to a BTS concert, and they went and got jobs and saved up the money and bought those tickets, and
Mhm.
they were over $1,000.
Oh,
in
I
Vegas.
bet.
What is BTS?
Boys
Okay,
that
we're
stink.
gonna pretend you didn't. say that.
Bring the snacks.
Stupid.
What is
Get outta here.
BTS?
It's I don't know how to. I don't,
Hey,
I don't know
everyone.
the
It's like
enunci-
some
I
kind
don't know
of
the
boy
enunciation.
band.
of it, but
Tell Alina in the comments what BTS is.
I
please.
think it's like a boy band, right?
it is. It's a Korean boy band.
Oh, I don't know.
My
I didn't know
daughter's
that was their
really
name.
was-
but I
You
knew-
know,
They
I bet
were
you know
the-
at least 10 of their songs if you heard them, though. I can guarantee.
I
you.
will say this though, I don't know about Korean boy bands, but I know about Korean Netflix. They have some good movies, and I have literally watched probably most of them on there. And I could speak about 3 words in Korean,
안녕하세요.
and I can and I read all those subtitles. I
Mhm.
love Korean. They're like telenovelas. They're so dramatic. I
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tommy's like,
There's a new Netflix series out that is so good. I just started it. It's called The Brother's Son.
Mm.
You have to watch it. It's so good.
What's
I
it
don't
about?
know if they're Korean or if they're
I thought you were gonna bring up Squid Games.
maybe. I love that too. That's good.
I
too.
haven't watched that.
Squid Games.
Oh,
is
you gotta
awesome.
watch it.
No.
Wait, the movie or the game show?
I just started the game show, but I did watch the original, like the.
Oh, the
movie?
movie.
It was
Isn't
the
it
movie,
pretty
the
gory?
Well, it's a series and it's phenomenal.
Isn't it gory
Yes.
though?
Yes.
I can't watch
Very
gory.
gory.
Oh.
It's good though.
I mean, I could watch some husband kill his wife 10 times, but I can't watch like I can't watch The Purge, stuff like that. I can't do that.
Mm.
You just said you can watch someone.
Well, not physically kill her, just meaning I could watch the documentary on why and how he did it and all that stuff. Like, do you know when you scroll down your TikTok, what is on your TikTok when you're scrolling mostly?
Dogs.
Okay, what's on your TikTok when you're scrolling?
Mine it's 3 things, and I posted it on my Instagram.
Oh,
I got the Stanley Cups, the freaking guy jumping over the over to the judge.
Yeah, I get those too.
And Cat Williams. I'm like,
Yeah.
mine
that's what I got so far.
Mine's a lot of like murders. Like this person died, that
Oh
person died.
my
And
god.
yes, I know. So I'm trying to broaden my horizon. Like now I'm getting the Cat Williams thing, but I didn't know about the guy in the court thing who
He said,
That was crazy. That
"Geronimo!"
was fucking nuts.
so tell us that story.
He took flight.
He was up for probation, like his probation hearing, and I guess he violated it. If I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but the judge wasn't granting it. And he said, "Oh hell no!" Beep.
No.
And he freaking ran towards the freaking judge.
I
and he was
don't-
just like,
I don't think it was a probation violation. I think his attorney was trying to get him
yeah, something like that.
probation
That's what it was.
instead of jail time.
Well, now
And
and
then
then jail
the-
time for sure.
And then the judge was like, given his record, I'm not doing that. He needs a taste of his own medicine.
And that's when he said, "Oh
And-
hell no!" And then
and-
I believe
No,
I
he
can
said-
fly.
no, he said, "Oh hell no, bitch."
yeah.
And just took flight. And I have never
I
seen
saw the-
somebody
he showed
run
me that.
and leap over a mantle so fast. I don't even know how he got. Have you ever been in
like he had a
got a
catapult.
traffic ticket and went in a courtroom?
Yes.
The thing is, it's tall. I don't know how
probably did
he
track and
jumped
field.
over that.
Well, when I saw that, I was like, he should have went to the Olympics. He
But
like
nobody. My
high
thing
jump.
is, there's a bailiff, and like nobody caught him.
sometimes
Somebody
people-
was there, right? Almost as at the same time as he hit the judge.
Yeah,
Somebody was
there was somebody onto her left side.
right.
Yeah, but it was.
Like,
It
it was like,
wasn't
"Hey,
the
hey, hey,
bailiff. It was like another attorney or
Did he-
something.
Yeah.
Did he get her?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he
he did.
did.
Because I saw her,
And she hit
move,
her
and I saw
head
her-
bad.
Yeah.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was-
wow.
Everybody's like, yeah.
Okay, now explain the Stanley Cups. What are the Stanley Cups?
We're
'Cause when
talking
I-
hockey, right? No.
Well, that's what I thought it was when I saw everything about the Stanley Cups. I'm like, when did hockey become like this big?
It's-
Like, what is it?
It's consumerism at its finest.
Yes.
Yes.
Stanley Cups used to be $15 in the camping section at Walmart, and now for some reason women have went batshit crazy over these
Hey,
cups.
but they're drinking water now.
Like batshit. That's what they're telling you.
I know.
Batshit crazy over these cups because of it going viral. It
On
some
TikTok.
lady's car went set on fire, and the only thing that survived in the car was a Stanley Cup.
And the ice was still in there.
Yes,
Oh, see that I was.
and
doing that.
so
Now you
it
got me
went
on the ice.
viral.
You got me on the ice.
Yes, the best clip ever.
You got me on
So
the ice.
you guys, I found this on eBay because this guy is so funny. He is basically saying I went and bought all the Stanley Cups and I'm going to sell them for this price, that $199,000 and like for one cup. Now pull up the description. This is so funny. This guy is just mocking all of the consumerism. I love this guy. I want to meet him. You want to read it?
You read it.
No, you read it.
Target exclusive
I was gonna-
Valentine's Day Stanley tumbler set, the one that everybody and their mom is selling, sold out because I bought them all within a 150-mile radius. Straight cleared the shelf into my basket with a one-arm scoop. Take everything and leave nothing. The price listed is for one, just one. All of these were for my family members, but they decided they didn't want them. The Grinch.
Oh my god. For
So
a cup.
I love this guy.
There was a clip I saw. on
I don't know.
Instagram, and it showed them at Target
Yeah,
displaying
fighting.
them, and they were just started like grabbing
Yeah,
all
and
Stanley
fighting.
Cups, and it was gone. They said gone in less than 4 minutes.
What is wrong with people?
Yeah.
It's almost like when COVID happened and people ran out for toilet paper.
Yeah,
Like what? That's what you think about? Like,
You
like
know what?
nobody knows what a bidet is.
I'll say this. Blame The Walking Dead for that, though. Seriously, blame every
Yeah.
zombie movie that
Yeah.
tells you apocalyptic
Apocalyptic.
world. That's one of the things people miss the most. That's why people went out and bought toilet paper.
Yeah,
I don't know. We had I think it was like night before Christmas, night before New Year's Eve, and I was praying, and I was going down my TikTok, obviously, and all these horrible things in the world, and I was like, you know what, God, they forgot about you. You need to shake us up a bit. Pick up the universe, I said, and just remind us that you're here. Well, what was it? The next night or 2 nights later, we had an earthquake, and I was like, "Oh, I was just kidding. I take it back." Right. Well, 2 days ago, no, yesterday.
Yesterday.
I was sitting at my desk at work and I was on speaker talking to my clerk and he had it on speaker and his room was bigger than mine. I have a small office. And I just saw the computer shaking. I saw my desk and I go, oh shit. And I was like, you know what,
Mhm.
Lord? I was kidding. Like I'm good. Like,
We're so
but
overdue.
but I feel like
Actually, it was 2 days ago. Yeah,
yeah, I
that was
Yeah.
2 days
feel
ago.
like it was Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I posted as soon as I saw earthquake.
I feel
Mhm.
like everybody is so into the Stanley Cup, the Taylor Swift ticket, and I'm not innocent in all this. I have whatever my fetish will be. So
Yeah.
we've lost
Mhm.
like what we're really here for. Like I feel
Yeah.
like family and love and friends, everybody's so concerned, like you said, with
Mhm.
consumerism. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna go out and buy a Stanley Cup just because it holds ice good as much as I love my ice.
Yeah.
I love my ice, but I wouldn't do that. Like, what is wrong with the world?
Yeah. It's just
Well, you know,
I'm
the unfortunate part of that is that somewhere along the line, the price of cups is gonna stay high like that. It's gonna come down. Sort of like gas, right? Goes up to $6 a gallon, and now it has you thinking that 350 is okay.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, it's
It's
sort of
true.
because
crazy.
it came down. Yep, because it came down from that. Remember when we were younger and you had cash on you because we didn't have debit and ATM card, like we do now.
Mhm.
And I remember thinking, like, for the weekend between Loran and I, whatever, we had a certain amount of money, and that's all we had.
Mhm.
And girls got in my car, give me gas money, and they'd hand you a $5, $3,
Mhm.
$8. You know what I mean? Whatever you had, and
Dude,
that
when I had $5, I was like, hell yeah, I'm rich.
right.
I
And
was gonna make a
now,
stove.
one, they don't do that anymore. Because I know when Seth gets in the car and he drives, I'm like, your friends give you gas money? He's like, why would they give me gas money? I was going to the same place. And I'm like, oh dear Lord.
I always laugh when you do Seth's voice. You always do it the same way. You make him sound like this big, huge, pompous
Yeah.
asshole.
And he's not. He's like, he's amazing. Like, I love that kid, but
I'm Seth.
yeah.
You always make him sound so weird and
And
creepy.
he says that
Seth,
too.
I apologize on behalf of your mom.
Yes, we all do.
God, poor
He's used
Seth.
to it. He knows his mom's dramatic. Like he totally. Loran doesn't care when I say like when I mimic her. She's like whatever. So it's like I don't sound like that. I'm like, well, no, it's just me being dramatic.
I know.
But kids today don't do that. They don't give you gas money. You know what I mean? So when you get and fill that
Mhm.
gas tank and his truck costs like almost $80 to fill up, I'm like,
Mm,
where's your $5, buddy?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't ask people for gas money. I don't. At least
You don't?
no, I don't. Well, that's just who I am, though. I don't. You know how I am. I do everything out of the kindness of my
Mm.
heart.
But if somebody offered you gas money to help them move, would you take it?
No,
What the hell? You wouldn't take it.
no, I would not take
If
gas
you
money.
had a truck and someone's like, Tony, I need help moving my fridge and my couch, like
I got you.
I got okay, but if they were like, here's $20 for cash,
like, no,
and
it's
for
cool.
gas.
Don't worry about it. It's no big thing. That's how I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah, but you got to remember, sometimes you have to let
Mhm.
people
I
feel
know.
like they're
It's just
contributing.
This
that,
You
is
gotta
how
that's
I-
my
do it.
toxic trait.
But this
Yeah.
is how I feel as a woman. Ooh,
Damn.
I know I moved it. As a woman, you're asking something from me as a single mom, like, and I will help you or I'll try as much as I can. But I'm also not going to let you take advantage of me
Right.
because I have my own
Well,
stuff going
let's
on
make
over
this
here.
clear. I'm only helping certain people move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it that way.
Yeah.
I'll put that out there. Like,
Because I've had a lot of people ask whether it's to borrow money or for this or that. And I'm like, oh, absolutely not. Especially if it's a guy. Don't ever come at me and ask me for anything if you're a guy because you are a guy.
let me put that in my notes.
You
Hold on.
My dad always puts this in my head, and I love this, and I will remember this till the day I die. He's like, if you have a friend and they ask you to borrow money, you give it to them and you tell them never to ask you for money again. And he was like, if you lend a friend money,
Don't-
not only are you going to lose a friend, you're going to lose your money. He's like, so if you have the means, just give it to them and
Yeah.
just tell them, don't come to me again. Here it is. You don't have to
Yeah.
pay me back. But he's like, almost every conflict I've ever
That's a
had.
good analogy.
Yeah.
That is.
Almost every conflict he has ever had is
Over
over somebody borrowing money from him and
Yeah.
not paying him back.
Yeah.
So now he's just got that mentality. And
I've
that's how I
heard
am.
I've heard people say and someone told me and I don't remember who, if you're ever going to lend a friend money, just don't expect it back. So
Yeah.
don't lend it unless you can afford to not receive it back.
Exactly.
But I've never heard, which is a good analogy though,
Mhm.
but don't ask for it again,
Yeah. Just I'll give it to you this time, but just don't ask
That's
again.
a good
It
analogy.
Mhm.
is. I mean,
All right, guys, we've kind of
just went on a tangent in general. Just we.
Solomon only got mad at us once.
10 minutes of
wasn't
bonus
me.
material.
I don't know why I said that. When she said German, I instantly went Spanish. You know what?
Yeah.
Because Seth and I fight all the time about German and Mexican, so I think that's why I felt like
What
she
does he
was
say?
Seth. Well, he loves being Mexican. He does, but he also knows it's like a dagger. So he purposely likes to just make me mad. So he'll say things or like when we argue about I didn't cross the border, the border crossed
Me.
me. He's like, yeah, but we won. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean we won? He's like, we won. Just take your loss as it is.
Take the L. Just take the L.
we?
Yeah.
Were you in the war?
Yeah.
I'm just
So
kidding.
we just,
Sorry, Seth.
so we just do stuff like that all the time. But in our house, we learn to laugh and joke. We don't.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So when she said
Mhm.
German, the first thing my bad. Anyways, well, thank you guys so much. It was fun. I ran out of coffee, man.
Thank God.
You didn't need
Yeah,
any
thank
more.
goodness.
Yeah.
Thanks, Solomon. Please remember to watch on YouTube. You could listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Please comment. We got a lot of comments last week.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
That was
Finally.
a touchy subject, but we definitely got a lot of comments on that one. And like always, thank you for listening and stay tuned. Bye.
Later, Gators.